And happening now is the Niger Delta Stakeholders Summit, which is being kicked off today in Port Harcourt, River State capital, and will be today all the way to the end. It will end on July 13th, 2024. Now, the summit is tagged Renewed Hope for Sustainable Development of the Niger Delta region, and is being hosted by the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC. Now, this summit will serve as a platform for dialogue and constructive engagement on pressing issues that impact the region, such as environmental sustainability, economic diversification, infrastructure development, and social empowerment. Now, key stakeholders, which include government officials, community leaders, industry experts, and civil society organizations, and that's the CSOs, will have the opportunity to share their perspectives, exchange ideas, and also explore solutions to address the varied challenges that's being faced in the Niger Delta region. And we also have a correspondent who is live at the summit there, and we're going to connect to him later on during the course of this broadcast. But in the meantime, I understand now that we have our correspondent on standby. Let's cross over now to the event to bring you scenes there from the summit.
Thank you. Please, we are still gisting here. Can we take one room, please? Thank you. Let me welcome with respect the chairman of NDDC Governing Board, Mr. Chidu Ege. I welcome you, sir. Thank you very much. I'd like to welcome here the managing director of NDDC, to Farmer Local PNC. I welcome you, sir. Thank you very much. Also here, I'd like to welcome the executive directors of NDDC, Honorable Bama Iyayi Esquire, Executive Director of Finance and Administration, you're welcome. Executive Director of Projects, Honorable Victor Antai is here with us, and welcome you. Honorable Ifedayo Abegunde, Executive Director of Corporate Services. And also members of the board, the NDDC members of the board from Abia State, Chief Enu Badimba, from Akwa Ibom, Apostle Abasa Dikan Al Nkolo, from Bayelsa State, Senator Demaru Demiabufa, from Councilor Honorable Orok Otu Duke, JP, from Delta State, Right Honorable Monday Mia, from Edo State, Honorable Patrick Aisuweran, from Imo State, Chidabere K. Uchelu, from Ondo State, Honorable Otito T. Atikase, and from River State, Chief Tony Okocha. And also here, let me welcome Honorable Nick Wende, North Central, Honorable Dr. Abdurazak Sad Namdas, Northeast, and Senator Dr. Ibrahim Eguber, MFRCON, Northwest. The National Assembly members that are here, I'd like to welcome all of you. Honorable Jafaru Leko, Deputy Chair, House Committee on NDDC is here with us. Honorable Victor Aband, Honorable Ayodeji and Laruatala, Honorable Isa Anka, Honorable Kelechi Mogo, all from the National Assembly. Let me welcome all of you, our royal fathers that are here, stakeholders in Niger Delta. I welcome all of you. The Ologu Baifa Ese Damowe, President General of the Progress Union worldwide, is here with us. Let me welcome all of you, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure that I welcome all of you to this technical session on the 2024 NDDC Stakeholders Summit. If you like, you can call this the pre-event that will highlight the main issues that will drive the operations of NDDC in a desire to align with Mr. President's renewed hope agenda. We are determined that NDDC is winding for rebirth, re-energizing its operations for sustainable development. So today we shall be taking issues around economic development, I'd like to welcome us here, Chief Dr. Dennis Oyalo, Presidential Amnesty Coordinator, who is here with us. And so the technical section will cover areas of economic development, human capital development, infrastructural development, environmental development, security and finance. In the last 23 years of its establishment, NDDC have been the vanguard of making the Niger Delta region the envy of other regions. So no longer is it suffering in the face of fortune. The first cause have been turned into blessing. Now awesome to behold, surrounded by forests and virgin creatures, dishing out in voluntary gas and oil, the seas yielding on extreme wealth. I'd like to welcome all of you here. My name is Mbere Young, and I will be alone to handle this event. Seleme, daughter of the soil, lover of Niger Delta, delectable, elegant, is also here.
International organizations to identify the basic needs of the Niger Delta people. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we at this point have the feeling of honor and privilege to introduce and welcome, where we invite and put our hands together, the NDCO of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Dr. Chief Samuel Odeke, to give his welcome address.
No, you don't have to do the welcome address. He's the chairman.
Oh, sorry. I beg your pardon, not the NDC, or it is the chairman, I beg your pardon. Please, please let me invite, with all respect, the chairman of the NDDC Governing Board, Mr. Chidu Ebele, to give the welcome address. I think you're saying.
The chairman of today's occasion, Governor of Imo State, His Excellency Senator Hope Uzodinma, who also doubles as the chairman of the recently activated Advisory Committee of the Niger Delta Development Commission, very eminently represented by the Deputy Governor of Imo State, members of the National Assembly, led by the Deputy Chairman, House Committee on NDDC, Honorable Jafar Uleko, the representative of our keynote speaker, the National Security Advisor, our lords, temporal and spiritual, my colleagues on the board of the Niger Delta Development Commission, our very dear and invited participants to this summit, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with great joy that I welcome you all to the technical session of the Niger Delta Stakeholders Summit 2024, themed Renewed Hope for Sustainable Development of the Niger Delta region. This summit serves as a pivotal platform for key stakeholders to jointly harness our rich, diverse, and creative viewpoints on strategies for the economic growth and development of our region. We gather not in isolation, but on a solid foundation built upon the vision articulated by Mr. President, who has identified 8 priority areas integral to our regional development, which are critical levers for sustainable growth. Our collective duty as regional stakeholders and Nigerians is to ensure that the outcomes of our strategic engagement align with these priority areas. Today, we will also reflect on the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President and translate it into actionable plans for the sustainable development of the region. The timing of this summit could not be more opportune. The Niger Delta must take control of its destiny. We are well on our way to achieving this. After years of agitation, we have secured significant rights and resources, which include the 13% derivation, the creation of the Niger Delta Development Commission, the Presidential Amnesty Program, and the establishment of community development funds under the Petroleum Industry Act, amongst others. These rights are designed to ensure that the people of the Niger Delta enjoy the full benefits of the resources allocated to our region. However, to fully capitalize on these benefits, we must create a conducive environment for investments. It is up to us, the indigents of the Niger Delta region, to ensure that our dear region is seen as a location ready for development. No other part of the country can do this on our behalf. This summit is an excellent opportunity for us to come together, agree on concrete plans, and ensure that the Niger Delta is prepared for prosperity. By uniting in purpose, we can make our region a peaceful haven for business. A sane and peaceful environment is the only foundation, and I repeat, it's the only foundation upon which true sustainable development can be built. Our primary objective today is therefore to devise methods and implementation plans that are measurable and sustainable. The current board was inaugurated on the 16th of November last year. To solidify our mandate, the board and management of the Commission held a retreat in Ikotec Benin very early this year. During the retreat, we seamlessly integrated the renewed hope agenda into a comprehensive development plan. The deliberations from this retreat have already begun to be implemented with unwavering focus and determination. A cornerstone of our strategy is to conduct regular stakeholder engagements. These engagements are designed to enhance communication and provide a platform for meaningful and robust interaction on issues critical to optimizing our performance. By fostering open dialogue with stakeholders, we aim to ensure transparency, gather valuable feedback, and address any concerns promptly. This approach is essential in driving our mission forward and achieving our long-term goals. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this timely and collaborative summit will help us achieve our joint objectives of a stronger, more stable region where the development gains we realize will be concrete and sustainable. I am full of hope that this interaction will reshape opinions and dispositions. Led by our cerebral and forward-thinking Managing Director, Dr. Samuel Obuku, our management team is here to provide insights and clarifications where necessary. We implore all contributors to make concise and constructive submission that will guide our discourse. I urge everyone to ensure this summit is free of disruptive behavior, unpleasant commentaries, and unfounded speculations. Our vision is to transform the Niger Delta into a region of peace and progress, where community-driven security initiatives pave the way for sustainable development. Together with the active participation and support of our stakeholders, we can achieve a bright future for the Niger Delta, marked by enduring prosperity and security. In conclusion, I want to express our deep gratitude for the political will provided by Mr. President, which has significantly advanced the Commission's work and impacted the Niger Delta region. We also acknowledge the collaborative role of the National Assembly, led by the President of the Senate, distinguished Senator Godswill Akpabio, and supported by our respective committees of both chambers of the National Assembly. The advisory committee comprising the state governors has been activated, and we eagerly anticipate working with them. Lastly, our distinguished participants and royal fathers and indigents of the Niger Delta, we are truly grateful for honoring our invitation. We look forward to your contributions, robust interactions, and ultimately your understanding and cooperation as we work together to build and develop the Niger Delta of our dreams. I thank you all for your attention, and I welcome you to the technical session of the 2024 Niger Delta Stakeholders Summit. Thank you.
Is it possible to appreciate him one more time? Thank you very much. Thank you. I also like to welcome here the Executive Chairman and General Coordinator of the Association of Niger Delta Monarchs of Nigeria, His Royal Majesty King Captain F.M. Okurako Ode II, JP, PhD. Our Royal Majesty, I welcome you. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to speak to us is a man that superintends over a state that is blessed with abundant natural resources such as crude oil, natural gas, lead, zinc, limestone, and fine side. Imo State is ready for business. It has continued to do the 3R of reconciliation, recovery, and rehabilitation. His Excellency, the Chairman of today's event, is the Governor of Imo State and Chairman NDDC Advisory Committee and Chairman of Education. Represented here by a woman that exemplifies the finest qualities of a lawyer: communication skills, analytical research, integrity, honesty, and passion. I'd like to welcome here the Deputy Governor of Imo State, Barrister Mrs. Chinyere Ekomaru.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to stand on the already established protocol. I'm standing in for His Excellency, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, who is the chairman of the occasion and the chairman advisory committee of the NDDC. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. Today, we are attending a stakeholders meeting. Stakeholders are very important in the project of NDDC. They offer perspective of needs in areas and in communities so that the programs are sustainable. The Niger Delta region is rich in resources, but its people have long been plagued with poverty, pollution, and neglect. Sustainability is key to ensuring that projects in this region truly benefit the communities they serve. We must prioritize environmental sustainability, social responsibility, and economic viability in all our projects. This means investing in renewable energy, protecting natural habitats, and supporting local businesses. Let us all work together to create a brighter future for the Niger Delta, where development and sustainability go hand in hand. So as we deliberate today at this stakeholders meeting, may God continue to guide and protect us in all the decisions we share and discuss today. Thank you very much.
The Deputy Governor of Imo State, a lawyer that understands the issues and absolutely passionate about the Niger Delta. We thank you so very much. What we're doing now will be a set of goodwill messages, but let me first and foremost recognize here an amazing woman, Miss Ankil Briggs, environmentalist, human rights activist. She has a voice that touches nationwide. I welcome you very especially, Ms. Ankil Briggs. Thank you very much. And thank you for your decades, and I'm adding S to the decades, work in the area of human rights activism. Thank you very much. We would like to have quickly the list for the Google messages. Very quickly. Sarah, over to you. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to deliver a goodwill message, we respectfully invite the Presidential Amnesty Coordinator, High Chief Dennis Otero.
Good morning, Your Excellency. Good morning, my MD and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Dennis Otero, Administrator, Presidential Amnesty Program. I want to thank the management of NDDC for this stakeholders meeting, because stakeholder engagement is a very critical part in the design for projects. You know, like me, I'm a product of the NDDC. I left here from here, reassigned to the amnesty program. And I know that this new management, they know the critical role of peace and stability. And when we are talking about peace and stability, is the stakeholders, our leaders, the youth, the Ankil Briggs, that these are the people. And over the years, many of these stakeholders were really alienated from the activities of this agency. And people don't even really know what was happening. But stakeholder engagement is what is expected for over the years. Because that is why, for the past 2 weeks ago, the Amnesty Office, we had our own stakeholder engagement, where we reassured everybody about the renewed hope of Mr. President, and that Mr. President has that political will to support the development of the Niger Delta. And we know that the President will not disappoint us, but we as the community, the stakeholders, we have a role to play, because this peace we are talking is for us first, before we talk about even the oil. And when there is no peace in our villages, some of us who cannot even go to our villages, some of us, some of our kings, they don't go to their villages, they are in the cities. It's not because of their own making, but it's because there is no peace in their terrain. And today, when we have this opportunity like this, all of us, we should grab it with both ends and encourage the management of the NDDC to continue with this stakeholder engagement. When we encourage them, even projects in our areas, they will seek our opinion. They will seek our opinion, and they will know that these are the immediate things that the communities they need. I know that the terrain in NDDC states, they are different, but my only appeal today is those projects that are going to the riverine areas. The NDDC board, when I was there, I was making that advocacy. They should take critical look at the designs, because the designs and the contracting model, you cannot compare the way you do contracts in those rural communities and those in the uplands. So that is one area in this stakeholder engagement I want us to critically look at, and I would like to greet everybody for today and enjoy your engagement. Let it be peaceful, and we should not use foul languages. We know that there is some desperation in the land, but this is a new dawn for Niger Delta under the new NDDC management. Thank you.
The man I just spoke understands the intricacies of what administration of the Niger Delta is all about. He is the administrator of the Presidential Amnesty Program. Chief Dennis Brutu, Otraro, PhD, we appreciate you. And let me also say that Her Excellency Barrister Mrs. Chinyere Ekomaro is also PhD. Thank you very much for coming one more time. Let me recognize there, because part of the stakeholders for the Niger Delta are the youths of the region that are part of the drive to bring sustainable development to the Niger Delta. The President of the Joy Youth Council worldwide, Sir Jonathan Ubri Sr., is here with us, and I'd like to invite him to the microphone to tell us that the teeming millions of youths of the Niger Delta are part of the drive and vanguard and soldiers that will bring sustainable development to the Niger Delta. I welcome you.
Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Imo State, the National Security Advisor being represented by our dear sister, the Chairman of the NDDC Board, the Managing Director and the entire management of the Niger Delta Development Commission. My traditional rulers, our royal fathers, our mothers, our youths, I welcome you all on behalf of the youths of the Niger Delta. Today we are standing before history because the Niger Delta Commission, under the present leadership represented by youth, have decided that Niger Deltans become a part of the solution to the issues we are dealing with over the past. There's no gainsaying that the problems of the Niger Delta are enormous, and the Commission in itself alone cannot have a grasp of all of this together without interacting with stakeholders. And this is the purpose why we have gathered here today. My appeal to us as youth is that it's a rare opportunity we are all having. Let us use this opportunity to articulate our position, to deal with key issues that are common challenges to all of us. Today, we are dealing with one of the worst crises in terms of road infrastructure in the Niger Delta. The east-west road has completely become impassable. It is gatherings like this that we can bring our common challenges to the fore. It is our appeal that the government under President Tinubu, working with our brothers who are leaders from this region, show that urgent, genuine commitment towards rehabilitating that road. It is my appeal to the Honorable Minister of Works that let this road, which defines all of us as a region, become part of his priority in terms of fixing that road. We don't want to go the usual way in agitating for simple things that citizens should ordinarily benefit. It is an appeal. Niger Deltans have shown enormous concern and support for the government of this nation today. It is also my appeal that similar interactions of stakeholders be a regular thing for the board of NDDC. For those who are holding key offices within the Niger Delta and those who are also representing us in Abuja, please, Niger Delta is a home you have. Contribute to the growth and development of our region. May God bless all of us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was a goodwill message on behalf of the youth of the Niger Delta. And now to give her own goodwill message on behalf of the Niger Delta women, may I respectfully invite a human rights activist, an environmentalist, Anne Kyo Briggs.
Am I too short? Good afternoon, everyone. May I please stand on existing protocol, but may I take the privilege of specifically mentioning the MD of the Niger Delta Development Commission. As a woman, as a mother in the Niger Delta region, anyone, female or male, that is under my age, I lovingly address as my sons or my daughters, and I see the MD of the NDDC as such. And I do say that the women of the Niger Delta region have contributed a lot to the development, the growth, or lack of participation by women within this region in the discussion of development has been very obvious. And you have encouraged us, MD, since you came on board, you and your board, you have encouraged us and you have given us the space twice to interact with you as your sisters, as your mothers, as your people, the women of the Niger Delta region, to participate with you to bring this about, the summit. I want to also take this opportunity to highlight the fact that we do have other Niger Delta representations at the national level and at other regional level in the Niger Delta region. And I will call upon them to take a cue from you as well and have this stakeholders interaction within the space that they are covering, whether it is at the national level or at the regional level. The NDDC specifically is an agency. It is an intervention agency, actually. A lot of people mistake it for a developmental agency because of the confusion of the name. It is not a developmental agency. It is an intervention agency. And therefore, the fact that we have sons and daughters at different levels of national discourse, I think that they should take a cue from you, starting with the petroleum area, the gas area, to have interaction with the people of the Niger Delta because they are in those positions, because they are from the Niger Delta region. Now, moving forward, the NDDC was created not outside of the space of the Niger Delta because President Obasanjo was in love with the Niger Delta region or her people. It was actually because of agitation of the people of the Niger Delta, a lot of whom are here, and some that have died in that process that brought about the NDDC. And so the NDDC itself is not a gift. The Ministry of Niger Delta is not a gift. The amnesty program is not a gift. Most of these agencies have benefited the creators and the creation of these agencies to quell the Niger Delta, which I always say means that it's somehow a deception that if you calm the situation down by creating this or that, then it will give the NDDC, the Niger Delta region, a picture of calmness or of peace that is really not quite true. So moving forward in interacting with the people of the Niger Delta region, I want to make it clear that the women of the Niger Delta region will no longer and should no longer be ignored in the process of discussing the development. We have women from the communities, from fisher women. We have capacity for women to fish. We also have capacity for women that will be governors in the Niger Delta. We have capacity for women that will be presidents of Nigeria in the future. We have that type of capacity in the Niger Delta region, and it should not be ignored. MD, I congratulate you and your board. I thank you also because you actually have persevered. It could not have been easy in the climate of Nigeria that we have, going from representation at the local level all the way up to the Senate, where things like this will be discouraged and obstacles will be put in the ways of these things happening, where the people of the Niger Delta actually are not given a voice but are allowed to exercise and express those voices. And I want to say to you that women in the Niger Delta today will and have been in the past and will continue moving forward to be part of the discussion of the development, the growth of the Niger Delta region. Thank you very much.
She is ageless, her voice timeless. The issues she raised are beyond this time. Let's appreciate this amazing human rights activist. We thank you very much. Also here with us, I'd like to welcome here Chief Masinius Ilemigbo Makon, former chairman of APC in Imo State. We welcome you. Thank you very much. One of the group of people that ensures the delivery of some of the projects of NDDC are the indigenous contractors. The Niger Delta indigenous contractors are here, and I'd like to welcome Chief Dressman Darlington to deliver a goodwill message on their behalf. Chief Dressman Darlington, 2 minutes. Is he here? All right. Please, let's clear the path for him. Already, your 2 minutes is remaining 1 minute as you step forward here.
Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Imo State, honorable members of the Federal House of Reps here present, our chairman, the MD, NDDC, dear esteemed stakeholders, on behalf of the Niger Delta Indigenous Contractors Association and the Contractors Association of NDDC, we extend our heartfelt congratulations and best wishes to all participants in this Stakeholders Summit. The summit presents a significant opportunity for us to come together as stakeholders in the development of the Niger Delta region. We are committed to fostering collaboration, dialogue, and progress that will benefit the people and the environment of the Niger Delta. As indigenous contractors, we understand the importance of sustainable development and the need for inclusive participation in shaping the future of our region. We are dedicated to contributing our expertise, insights, and resources towards the advancement of the Niger Delta region. We believe that through open and constructive dialogue, we can address the challenges facing the region and work towards actionable solutions that will have a lasting and positive impact. Our collective efforts and commitment to excellence will be instrumental in driving progress and prosperity in the Niger Delta region. We express our gratitude to the NDC Chief Samuel Obuku and the entire board and management of NDDC for putting this summit together. We equally commend all participants and supporters of the Niger Delta Stakeholders Summit for their unwavering dedication to the betterment of our region. Together we can create a brighter future for the Niger Delta people. We look forward to engaging in meaningful discussions, sharing our perspectives, and collaborating with all stakeholders to achieve our common goal. May this summit be a catalyst for unity, progress, and transformative change in the Niger Delta. Warm regards and have a nice day.
Thank you very much. While we're still sticking to the stringent rule of 2 minutes for goodwill messages, may I respectfully invite to give a goodwill message Chief Professor Jasper F. Jumbo, National Chairman, Founding Fathers of the defunct UNPADEC and NDDC.
Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Imo State, who's ably representing my good friend, the Governor of Imo State, the representative of my former Ogaden, the National Security Advisor, the Chairman of the Board of NDDC, the first son of Niger Delta, the Managing Director of NDDC, the wonderful Executive Directors who are working with him, the management of NDDC, my colleagues, the founding fathers of the defunct UNPADEC and NDDC, those who are like teachers, nurturing young with ruler. I have some of them here. Professor Jason aside, Dr. Elanya, they just mentioned Matun, the only Igbo man that brought 30,000 I gave to my late wife when we were with Okilo. His Excellency Okilo, Senator Fred Bule, and all that. But I'd like to underscore one very important point before I make some key points, and I want the representative of the National Security Advisor to listen carefully. The NDDC and UNPADEC, they were set up as a covert government arrangement. I was mandated officially by the various CNCs to do the covert research. I wrote the blueprints and I say it openly. The then National Security Advisor, he was first the coordinator of national security, boss to Chief A.K. Hosford. That was how we worked to get these things in place. They helped our people. We are going to help our people again. And when I'm saying it with no apologies. I'm saying it as a father in the region. You don't expect these gentlemen we brought to run NDDC to run it with their heads. No. As of today, I remember clearly at the UNPADEC guest house, 21 Hele Selesi Street at Asokoro, when we brought 15 thematic provisions to the funding provision of the NDDC Act. President Obasanjo then shouted, that's what he used to call me, head of fish. You want to take all Nigeria and go give your people? He cut it down to 8. It was late then Director of Finance of the UNPADEC that we brought will now tinker it to get the aid provisions. But the federal government is owing them. From the critical intelligence available to us as founding fathers and co-weighted stakeholders in this thing, it's our investment. No government gave us one kobo. It's our intellectual franchise, our patent. Yes, that's the truth. So when people are doing this, they have to understand this. We're not begging anybody. We have come to this stakeholders forum to make a point known to everybody. Why should the federal government be owing them more than 2 trillion naira out of the statutory allocations to them? Tell the National Security Advisor that a former PA to General Guso, who worked with him to set up this, he should tell the president, if they are borrowing money to execute projects in Nigeria, they should borrow money and pay back to the NDDC. They are sending 2 trillion naira. We are saying it. Do you start to agree? We are not begging. If they want peace, it's good that our brother, our junior brother, who's in PAP is here. Tell them that this is our position. They should go and get this money and give them the 2 trillion naira. Let me see how Sam Obuku, whose father, Rex Obuku, worked with us when he was working under Okilo, will have the money and he will pay the contractors. I will have the money and he will give it to the youth. We'll go and wait for him at the junction. Give to them so. Second, my friend, wait. This is the main stakeholder. So I want the people who will take it. You take it and you tell my friend Senator I said so. He was only in the streets here with us in Port Harcourt before he went to the Senate. Tell him I said so. He knows me very well. Let him tell them. Let him tell the president that is the position of the fathers of the region. Secondly, the Northeast Development Commission is getting 3% of VAT. I can't see why the NDDC shouldn't be getting similar 3% VAT. Tell them that we are demanding that as of right, as part of the funding provisions of the NDDC, they should give them 3% VAT. Please note it down and make it. If you want me, I'll write him. But this is our position. This supersedes any other thing that they're doing here, the palliatives. This is the main plus. Let them have the money and let us see why they can't give us legacy projects. Because we have full confidence in this board. Apart from when Pierre Libe was here, this is the best board we have had. And anybody who knows me in this region know that I'm not saying it to praise them. If I'm not doing well, I'll tell them to their faces. But all my juniors my age, forget about that, I'm looking like Bobo. Having said so, please fund them effectively. I mobilized for Mr. President. I mobilized for His Excellency Abablo, even during the convention. I'm at the acting national chairman of the Presidential Advisory Committee. We didn't do it that we want anything. No, we did it because we believe in the renewed hope agenda. And the renewed hope agenda will translate to dividends of democracy when they get this money and give to the NDDC. May everybody be blessed in Jesus' name.
You're a warrior no matter your age. The man has agitation, but age is still on his side. Professor, we thank you very much. We appreciate you. Also here, let me quickly welcome His Royal Majesty Sir Dr. King Samuel Ele Mwe, the Coordinator Supreme Council of Ogoni Traditional Rulers that is here with us. And let me also quickly welcome Right Honorable Ima Deya, the President General Kagote. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, very quickly for another 2 minutes, I'd like to welcome here the National Chairman of PANDEF, Pan-Niger Delta Development Forum, distinguished Senator Emmanuel Ibo, SN, a fellow Nigeria Society of Engineers. The National Chairman of PANDEF, I welcome you, sir. 2 minutes, sir, if you can help us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. My time starts now. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Imo State, representing my good friend, Senator Opuzodema, and my colleague, National Security Advisor represented, the Chairman NDDC, the MD of NDDC, and other board members and management, the interim administrator of Presidential Amnesty, and all stakeholders. First and foremost, I bring greetings from our father and leader of PANDEF, Senator Chief Edwin Clark, who is unavoidably absent because of his travel for medical checkup. He sends his greetings to all of you. We want to congratulate the board and the management of the NDDC for this stakeholders meeting. We've had a couple of interactions with the current board, with the current MD of NDDC, and we have seen his direction and focus. We are very happy to be part of this stakeholders forum today. NDDC is an agency that is supposed to intervene in the progress and development of the Niger Delta region. Incidentally, I was the Deputy Chief Whip in the Senate at the time we enacted the NDDC law. Incidentally also, when President Obasanjo refused to sign that bill into law, we from the Niger Delta region pleaded with our colleagues to override that veto. And incidentally, I led the walkout in the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria before our colleagues came to plead with us I want to say that the ideals of that bill, of that law, has not been achieved. Partly because of underfunding and partly because of management issues. That's why I want to thank the present board and management in what they are doing to redeem that deficiency. And I want to join the traditional ruler to plead with Mr. President to release all the outstanding monies for NDDC, which is over 2 trillion. You cannot set up an agency and you don't fund it and expect it to do what it's supposed to do. There are a lot of issues in the Niger Delta region. The regional plan, which the Niger Delta region, the master plan cannot be implemented. I was part of the master plan designed for this region as the vice chairman of NDDC committee in the Senate at that time. There were supposed to be regional projects for NDDC cutting across all the states of the region, and that has not been achieved because of lack of funds. So I want to join the Royal Father to plead with Mr. President. We are borrowing money to do other things, even if it's to borrow and refund the money to NDDC. We should borrow so that NDDC can achieve its core mandate. I also want to say at this stakeholders meeting that there's need to review that NDDC Act. There are other sources of money that has to be brought into the Act to enrich the cause of the NDDC. Also, the single treasury account should not apply to NDDC. They should have their money so that they can do their project. The single treasury account does not help. I want to, during the breakout sessions, we'll give our further suggestions on the way to improve NDDC. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you. Traditional rulers of all producing communities, His Royal Majesty Eze Emmanuel UN Asor Udozio Bono II of Asa Kingdom, Ohaji in Imo State. The National Secretary, Traditional Rulers of all producing communities.
Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, ably represented by our dear Deputy Governor, Dr. Mrs. Chin, or Lady Mrs. Chin Ekumaro, the Chairman, Niger Delta Development Commission, the Managing Director and Chief Executive of Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, the board members and management of Niger Delta Development Commission, the monarchs and my royal colleagues, the youths, and other major stakeholders of the region. May I use this opportunity to commend the NDDC for bringing up this idea of meeting together, sharing ideas on how to develop this community, because the development of this community is a priority. Should be given serious and priority attention. This is a region that produces over 70% today, contributes over 70% to the national economy. So NDDC as a board and management should please move into the master plan. Go back to that master plan. And we as a royal father and also a part of the NDDC family, we came in here as a board. We designed the master plan, and along the line, this master plan is being jettisoned. Nobody makes reference to it. If we look into it, we go through it and put it strictly in use. There is no part of this region that we talk of under development. The NDDC board should not be seen as a political issue, where any government that comes in dissolves the board. NDDC board should be seen as a statutory body. They are there for development because NDDC is an interventionist agency. The president should see that they will no longer tamper with this board until they complete their tenure. We should also look into abandoned projects. I left the commission 2009, and all the projects we embarked upon that were all abandoned, and some of them were removed from the budget. No more. Those that are there are no longer have no budgetary provisions. So please, the management should look into this. All the regional projects should not be abandoned. We should move back to them and get our region developed. I thank you for the opportunity you have given us. The monarchs who are here and who are in this region are the major beneficiaries of these projects. You should always consult the monarchs. The Truncon are the people that are solely beneficiaries of our projects. We are royal fathers from the region, and we should be consulted in anything you do in our region to see that we give you the full